Okay. Hi again. Let's carry on with the third clip of analogy questions. So we solved in the previous two clips from 1 to 20. Today we'll solve from 21 to 30. And as you all know the rules, I'm going to give you like 5 seconds to determine the relation and try to solve the questions. Okay, let's move on. We have here what? Where's my pen? Yeah, got it. Baby and milk. What's the relation? Some of my students, like magically, he said, the baby, milk comes from baby. Yeah, it happened. And it happens a lot, by the way. So, baby, sorry, a baby doesn't give us milk. We actually know for sure that a baby is in need of milk. So, a baby needs milk. Okay. Because I don't know why some of the students say baby gives us milk. It's so weird. However, study and students, nope. Painter and colors, maybe. So I'm gonna, of course, not gonna leave this. Of course, I might need this. Garden needs a wall. Not necessarily true. Okay, and sea and depth. So the correct answer you simply put is a painter needs color. A baby needs milk, so a painter needs colors. Colors. Question 22. Glasses and vision. So what's the relation between glasses and vision? What do you think? If you said like we use glasses to improve or to get vision, you are correct. So we use a microphone to give us sound. Khalas, done. Without even thinking of the rest of the choices, without even looking at the rest of the choices. And this is very tricky because sometimes your brain tricks you. Like you still have to look at them quickly. It only takes 1 second. But as long as the answer is clear, let's move on. A bird nest. So the bird lives in a nest. The lion and den, it might work because a lion lives in a den. The fish lives in a net. Maybe. Let's say maybe. A sparrow lives in the sky. Nope. A hole lives in the snake. If they were flipped, I might give you like correct. But for now, you know that for 100% sure that D is wrong. Now we have a sparrow and sky. So the bird lives in a nest. A sparrow is a bird. So the sparrow also lives in a nest. So this one is wrong. Okay. Some of my students would say that bird and sparrow. So it should be correct. So a sparrow flies in the sky, but it doesn't live. Of course, fish doesn't live in a net. A fish lives in the sea. So the correct answer here would be lion and den. Okay. Dusk and dawn. Dusk and dawn. You have 5 seconds to determine 5 seconds to determine the relation between dusk and dawn. So, what do you think? So we have here dusk and dawn. Dusk comes before dawn. If you don't know the meaning of the word dusk, it's the darkest time before the dawn. So this relation here might call it as sequence. Okay? Might be sequence. So the correct answer, of course, priest and sorcerer, no. Afternoon and winter, of course, no. It's not a sequence. Prayer and noon, nope. So the correct answer here is night and day. Okay? Because they are in the same order, or the relation here is sequence. 25, watch and time. Watch here is not a verb. Watch, of course, is the object. So we use the watch to tell the time. We use the scale to know the weight. Spoon and fork here belong to the same classification. Cup and food, no. Mobile and transportation, of course, they are not related. So we use the watch to tell time. We use the scale to know the weight. I love this one. Pause and resume. They are antonyms, okay? Right. Silence and serene. Smirk and sadness. Break and fix. Darkness and dark. Like for definitely, we will not choose darkness and dark. But we have to think of the meaning of the words like silence and serene. What do you think? Silence and serene. So we have silence and serene. So we said before in previous clips that the word silence, the word serene means peacefulness or calmness. So basically, serene and silence are synonyms, so we're not going to use this because the relation here is based on antonyms. Smirk is like the smile that you given like as if like a compliment. Okay, so this is called a smirk, like a smile. Okay, but it's not a good way. Like a smile in a bad way, like this one. Huh? This is a smirk. So of course they are not related here. So the correct answer is the antonyms break and fix. Adapt and change. It's either synonyms or word degree or cause and effect. What do you think? What do you think? Huh? So when you adapt to something, you cause it to change. When you knowledge, you know, no. When you reconstruct, you start, no. When you persuade, you convince, yeah. And also, evaluation leads to progress. Sorry, not evaluation. This is evolution. Yeah. Evolution leads to progress. Now you have like a couple of seconds to think about it. When you adapt, you cause change. And when you have evolution, you lead to progress. But when you persuade, you convince, or maybe persuade and convince are synonyms. And the relation here is something caused by something. So when you adapt to something, you cause it to change. So here's not synonyms. While persuade and convince are synonyms, so the correct answer here will be evolution leads to progress, just like adapt leads to change. Flourish become bitter and decline. So the relation here is antonyms. We have grow and shrink, rich and wealth, calm and peace, faint and faith. Of course, he ain't gonna choose faint and faith because both of them have different meanings and they are not related. Rich and wealth are synonyms. Calm and peace are synonyms. So flourish and decline are antonyms. So we're not gonna choose rich and wealth. We ain't gonna choose calm and peace. Now we're only left with grow and shrink. Okay. Okay. Whisper and shout. Whisper and shout. Let me tell you something. If you think that whisper and shout are antonyms, you're absolutely wrong. Because shout and whisper, when you whisper, you make sound. And when you shout, you also make sound. So they are not antonyms. They are something that what we call word degree. Okay? They are word degree. So you whisper and you shout. There's word degree. So the relation here that we're looking for is basically word degree. What do you choose? Okay. Let me tell you some of the answers of my students here. Some might choose light and bright, but you have light and you have bright. No, the word bright is a characteristic of the light. So the light is bright. So this one is wrong. Rain and snow might be correct, but it's something that you cause. You cause it. This is natural. Okay? Like moonlight and sunlight, they are antonyms. So sometimes you tiptoe, like you walk on your toes, and sometimes you stomp. You hit the ground or the floor with your feet. So this is like word degree. So we have here whisper and shout. They are not antonyms. They are word degree. Just like tiptoe and stomp, they are also word degree. Like what's the catch in here? The problem is that some students might choose light and dark, but it's not correct because light and bright. So the word bright here is a characteristic of light. It's not a word degree. Let's see the last question. Adore and detest. Adore means to love. Detest means to hate. So they are antonyms. Now we're looking for antonyms. Worry and incautious, joy and joyful, distress and depression. Most of them are antonyms. So the only correct answer here would be love and disgust because they are antonyms. Okay. Yeah. So here are 30 questions. Coming clips, we'll get to finish, inshallah, approximately from 50 to 55 questions. Let's see. So see you next time.